Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to use Blender 4.32 and we're going to show you how to another continuation of texture painting and show you how to use a stencil. So in order to do a stencil, okay, we need to do the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use that shortcut that I discovered on how to create a texture that we can paint on. As you can see over here, it's already unwrapped. And it's purple, which means that you can't paint on it. So we need to create a texture slot over here and do a base color. And for the purposes of this demo, I should just use white, but just so you can use something else, we'll pick blue. Okay, and then we'll do an add, and now you can see it's no longer purple. Right, so there's our object that we're going to paint on. Now we could just paint on this, but we're going to actually use a stencil where we're going to take a picture and draw on it. So the first thing we got to do is we got to copy of our paint brush. I'm going to call it a stencil brush. Okay, so you should have set up your file paths. So we'll call this. Okay, there's our stencil brush. And this, now we're using a stencil brush. The next thing we need to do is we need to create a texture that we can, or to access a texture that we can use to drop on our stencil texture. So we click New there, and I'm in the Tools section for New. Now we have to go over to the Paint Texture Painting information. And under here, I want to be sure this is set to Image or Movie. And then we're going to do an open of an existing texture. So I'm going to go to my pictures and just grab something arbitrarily. Oh, okay, some flowers. Cool. Okay, so got the flowers. Again, make sure that it says single image here. Right. Now we go back to the tool settings for texture paint. And under tool settings, okay, I want to go down to the view plane and change it to stencil. And nothing shows up there. So then we need to go to cursor and check that. And then our stencil shows up. Under cursor, you can change the alpha value so that you can see through the stencil. So as you can see here, you can't really see through it. If I crank it down a little bit, you can see through it. I like to change, I don't quite understand the difference between the fall off of the brush and the fall off setting here, but I like to create a harsh edge fall off there so that when we paint, it drops it on there. And sometimes I have to turn off backspace culling or I can't see the stencil either. And I don't know why it either appears or it doesn't appear. Right, so here's our stencil and the object we're going to put it on, and we right click on our mouse to move it around. And if I press the F key, I can change the size of my brush. Okay, so it's, for instance, this, if I make it like this and then left click to confirm, and if I just click on it, as you can see, it just draws that part of it. And you can see the color's kind of weird because I picked blue and you really should pick white. So, okay, I'm going to do an F again and make it much larger. And then if I just do a single click, I get the entire segment of the object painted. Okay, so that's how you do a Stencil paint. There's a whole bunch of other shortcuts in there, like a Shift F to do the strength of the stencil brush, and Control to do a rotate. I will put a bunch of those shortcuts in the description of the video. So I hope you learned something new, and if you have questions, please leave a comment, and thanks again for watching. Bye.